Hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Control Alt Health, the podcast that goes over the digital wellness of our world and how it can affect you, and maybe how we can help you better understand it. My name's Shiloh.
And I am Megatron.
Ah.
Also here today as a student at Middle Tennessee State University.
I'm also a student at Middle Tennessee State University. Today, we're going to be talking about cyberbullying. Jared, have you ever been cyberbullied before? Or
No, but I've seen it live.
yeah, I've seen it too. There was this one poor girl. She got pregnant in high school, I think in sophomore year, which is crazy. But her nudes got leaked everywhere, and like I felt so bad for her because like she literally is just trying to like live her life. But I've not been cyberbullied. I well no, I talk about this I think in a future episode because we're recording these like very like not in sync. Like we're skipping. I talk about how somebody like posted me randomly on their Instagram one time and like didn't ask for my consent or anything. I guess that's a form of cyberbullying, like just not asking consent. And, like you have a picture taken of you that like you didn't want out there. Like it was literally just this random dude. Like I had no clue who he was. We just happened to be in like the same vicinity, and he was like, "Ah, yes." Let me post a picture of this random person wearing this T-shirt that I think is funny. So,
So also part of this topic is social media trauma, and I can definitely talk about that. Nothing happened to me, but I have a friend who, while we were both teenagers, she got a text from someone who was much older than her,
oh no,
and yeah. So long story short, we're all friends. Just talk about video games, anime, TV shows, and at some point he sent her a dick pic.
ew,
And he said, "If you're 16, I'm 16 too." He wasn't 16, he was like 22 or something like that.
22,
Yeah.
ew.
And you think he was the fact he was German as a justifiable reason to do that? I don't know why. He
Why
did.
would okay, ew. Because like there are some parts like this was I was part of a like Tumblr community. Yes, I'm still on Tumblr. Shut up. There was this person that was talking to like a minor that would be considered a minor in America, but they're from a different country, and a minor to them is someone who is 16 and under. But once you turn 16 in that country, you're considered an adult. So it was like a weird thing that happened where like people were like on both sides, being like, "Why?" And I was there in the middle being like, I could see both sides, but at the same time, like, you gotta respect somebody. If they tell you to stop, you gotta stop. Yeah, trauma. Let's talk about trauma, social media trauma. So again, in a future episode, I talk about how in early high school, I was like heavily into K-pop. I still am, just not as much as I was back then. Because oh my god, and like parasocial relationships being formed from those kinds of like that kind of music and style and like all these groups and these companies. Um,
It's actually kind of funny.
yeah, like thinking like, oh, you can't have him. He's mine. Like, bitch, no. You were 16 and he lives in South Korea. You live here in America. Shut up. You think you're gonna be like it's the main character energy type of thing. Like you think you're gonna be the one that he sees out of like millions and millions of people every single night. Like so yeah, parasocial relationships can be really dangerous. There's these people like they have a special name for it in Korea. They're called sasangs, which literally just stands for crazy fan. But they will go the extra mile. There was one time one this girl broke into a member his name's Dio from EXO. This girl literally broke into his house and like hid in his closet. And like when he opened the closet door, she was just there like, "Oh my gosh, hi." And he's like, "Ah," and he calls the police to have her removed, obviously. I feel like those people in Korea, the idols themselves, how much trauma do they go through like on a daily basis? Just because like yes, cyberbullying, the threats there, people make in Korea are like a lot heavier than they are here. Um, and they're just not shy about it. They'll like post it on like their company website and be like, "You should kill yourself," and like they're not shy about it. It's really strange.
Yeah, like, was like not like for like adult anything. It's like for like companies in video games and stuff. Like for example, have you heard of Assassin's Creed?
Yes.
Okay, so Assassin's Creed is a game made by Ubisoft.
Yeah.
They had a new game called Assassin's Creed Shadows. Um, so it takes place in Japan,
Oh, is it
and
the one, not to cut you off here. It's the one with, like, the black samurai,
yeah, yeah.
right?
So Yasuke, he's a real person, by the way.
Yep. Yeah,
He's a
he's a
real
real
person.
person.
Yeah, he was a black samurai who lives in Japan. His name's Sasuke, and people were mad about that because the game had, if you had too many characters, one a black man samurai and a female ninja. People were mad both races and sexist about that.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like,
And everyone harassed the devs over that.
because Assassin's Creed, from my understanding, they've always somewhat related to what actually happened,
Well,
in history.
mostly not really, no, because like in one game you fight Anubis, the god of death,
Okay.
in Egypt. And also in one game, literally George Washington summons an army of clones. Then he got to fight his clones. So like, time regards to reality, people are saying that is our story accurate, but it never was. Never was story accurate at all.
There are some parts of it because, like, I remember my history professor in community college who's, like, a legit historian. He, talks about how Assassin's Creed mentions one pirate that they actually get perfectly right. I don't know how.
So it's kind of like
Yes. Um, there was, the whole pirating thing, they got it, like, to a T, which is, like, cool to think about, but at the same time, like, think about other stuff with, like, the George Washington clones and all that. Thinking, like, that was the one that they decided to be, like, accurate about? But I guess, like, for this new game, they're gonna be accurate about it too with the, Asuke and all that. Um, alright, so what are the impacts of cyberbullying? Victims can, I'm pulling this from the Australian humanrights.gov website. Um, Victims can experience significant social isolation and feel unsafe. It can lead to emotional and physical harm, loss of self esteem, feelings of shame and anxiety, concentration and learning difficulties, incidents of even suicide. Um, and I think social media trauma can also cause that too. Like if you're like going through something heavy on social media, it can definitely cause all those things. There was definitely,
oh yeah, I definitely heard some things about like people would be harassed online and kill themselves.
yeah. You see it on Twitter all the time.
Yeah,
Like all of a sudden, um, somebody would like say kill yourself, and then like a message day later, "Hi, I'm this person's mother. I just want to inform you that they committed suicide the other day." Da, da, da. Um, and like all those people are like, "No, I didn't actually mean it." And just like, then why did you post it? Then why? Why?
honestly, I don't even see. I don't even really see something like that saying I didn't mean it. I see good riddance.
True. Yeah. There's also that. Um, Good riddance is insane. Yeah. So like the anonymity of it all, I think like helps it because all these people hide behind a mask and like hide behind a screen. So they are able to just say whatever they want and think that there's no consequence. It's like the same if like a Karen on Facebook all of a sudden goes off on this person for literally no reason. She can do that because she's on Facebook and she thinks that nobody's gonna find her until it might be posted on TikTok and then somebody finds her and then she lost her job and
I
all
mean, I
that.
feel like Facebook is pretty easy because, like, they actually show their name and where they might live and their job occupation. So that's kind of fun. A lot easier. I've definitely seen some people who said some shit on Twitter and I then uh I God came like well God came come. Like, for example, this guy named it was like Nicholas Fuentes. I don't know his name. He said back during the election, he said, "Your body, my right, your body, my choice."
Oh, I
And
remember
then,
that.
and then everyone found his house.
No, yeah,
That was funny.
they docked his house and like or doxed his house and like they found out where he lived and all that. I thought, yes,
Got me deserved.
deserved, very deserved. Well, I guess for our tips of the week, I don't know how other than like therapy. Honestly, go to therapy. Therapy is like very. A lot of these are going to involve going to therapy, like our tips. But genuinely, it can. I feel like it can genuinely help people, especially like uh, coming into the new digital age, or like even older people that are like, I don't understand anymore. Why are these things happening? I don't understand why I need to have all this, and this, just to live life and like to be connected to the world and all that. Like, but if you're going through something at like let's say college or school, talk to somebody about it. The reaching out to somebody is probably like the best thing that you could do for yourself because then you're open to getting help and to um even if like you're the perpetrator of like, hey, I've been doing some really bad stuff online, but I've been having like really hard stuff going on at home. Just like literally reaching out to somebody and telling them about it and being like, I appreciate you telling me about this. Let's get you some help. Like I feel like our college, MTSU, is pretty good about that kind of stuff, especially with like therapy services here. Like their door is literally always open and like always they're always like putting out a newsletter like, hey, because there'll be some nights they'll have, I think, therapy dogs come in, right? Like
Yeah.
you could sit with the therapy dog and just pet it for a little bit if you need to. So I think it's pretty cool. Um, but yeah, the counselors and professors, they're always open. Their doors are always open. So yeah, just go talk to somebody about it.
All right, now it's time for question of the day.
Question of the day. Let's
Cut
go
this
to
out.
yeah. All right. Okay, guys, it's time for question of the day. I actually pulled this one from r slash cyberbullying just because I couldn't find anything from r slash media today. Um, Jared's gonna read this off because he does a pretty funny voice with it. But the question is this a threat or cyberbullying? And you're just gonna read this one right here,
Look,
Jared.
that's why I literally copied everything, every picture, every conversation she ever had and gave it to my lawyer. If she tries to come back at me or anyone else, I'm going to burn anyone who's ever been involved with her to the fucking ground.
So, is this cyberbullying or is it just a threat?
Probably a threat.
Definitely a threat. Bullying does I don't think cyberbullying looks like that. I think cyberbullying is more like making fun of you specifically. This is like I'm going to burn you if you ever like do this thing or like I'm going to show this to my lawyer. I'm gonna testify on the stand against you. Like that's a threat.
I will see your ass to the fucking ground.
I would say your ass to the fucking ground. Um,
Yeah, it's definitely a threat.
yeah, definitely a threat. Um, but guys, I guess that's the end of this one. So yeah, thank you for joining us for episode 3 of Control Alt Health. I feel like this was a pretty fun episode. And we will be seeing you guys next time for online trends and dangerous online trends.
Fun one.
That's going to be a really fun one because we have experienced a lot of them during our time, and we're very excited to talk about them. So we will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.